How's it going, everyone, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to another episode of Travel Questions. Now, this question I'm super excited to ask, or super excited to answer, because I get this question all the time. And what this question is, what's it like being black in China? Or what's it like being a foreigner in China? And before I get started, I'll hit a little disclaimer. I'm just going to be strictly talking about my own personal experience. My experience does not reflect on what others have experienced here. So I'm not trying to represent the whole black experience or the whole foreigner experience in China. This is just what I personally have gone through. And what this was it's awesome. Actually, I really enjoyed it. Like the joke that I always like to say is I kind of feel like a B-list or C-list celebrity, you know, like people always wanting to take photos with me or talk to me, or you know, they'll do that like sneak photo where they'll act like they're recording something, but then they'll like get really slow over me and then keep going. And yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely understand how some people could take offense to it. You know, when people always wanting to come up to you, touch your hair. Sometimes for me too, it got really annoying. Times where like I'm just dressed down, I'm in a rush, you know, I'm just trying to go to the supermarket, get my stuff and go home, and then people are trying to stop me and take photos of me. That it could get annoying some of the time, which I'm sure celebrities, they think the same way. Like maybe most of them don't mind the attention, but after a while, you know, you just want your own personal time. You're just like, just not today. But I mean, I would say for me, like 90% of the time I was okay with it. But again, you know, I wasn't like an A-list celebrity, I was like a C-list celebrity, so it didn't happen all the time. And the longer that I stayed in China, you know, you saw like a huge increase of more and more foreigners. So like blackface or just foreigners got, it started becoming more and more common. But when I first got there, it was like every other day someone would stop me to take a photo. But before I went to China, I like did a little research because I've traveled to other Asian countries before, like South Korea, and I've had kind of a similar experience. So I was kind of curious on China, who doesn't have as many foreigners as like a South Korea would, how they would react. So just looking up blogs, looking up other YouTube videos, and I saw a lot of horror stories, especially for African Americans, black people, about a lot of racist incidents that's happened to them, of like saying they're ugly, they smell, not getting jobs. And I will say that me personally, none of that has happened to me, but I have witnessed and I have heard some of these things from other co-workers who have been in other parts of China or who have been living there longer than me. Luckily, I was blessed to work with a job, to be with a company that didn't have any bias, at least not outward appearing. But I did have some coworkers who have told me, like, straight up, I didn't get the job because of my skin color. Me and another teacher, white male, black male, we both got the job, but he got paid more money, even though I'm more qualified than him. White people are more preferred to be like the face of the college, or the face of the school, the face of the company. So you could have like a bunch of black coworkers, then you have like a white coworker, then they're showcasing that white coworker more often. And really a lot of it has to do with media. And again, I try not to get political in this channel at all, but China definitely has a huge media censorship issue. And you know, a lot of the movies that they're showing, and even here in America, this is something that we're still struggling with. We're slowly getting better, but we're still struggling with that. Is just how we portray black people on the media, in the media, and you know, just showing us like as slaves or criminals, all that stuff. And you might not think it, but something's going on in your head where you start associating black with this this certain way. And I think that's the same thing that's kind of happening in China, especially with more strict media. They're only getting like a smaller view of the bigger picture. But again, like, back to me, like, I'm very lucky, very blessed that I've never experienced any of that. My time in China has been very positive. Great interactions with Chinese people all throughout China, not just in my city. Like, I've traveled different provinces, different cities, and it's always been positive. It's normally like when they ask where I'm from and I say like, oh, I'm from America, like, wow, America is so cool, like, I want to go to America, or do you know the NBA? Like, I want to go to an NBA game, and I'm like, yeah, no, like, come to America, welcome. So, and I don't know, like, something about me is just I'm overall an optimist, and I always want to see the best in people. So sometimes when things that you could consider be offensive, of like, can I touch your hair? I never took too much offense to it, because it's just like, it's a new experience for them. You know, luckily we live in America, it's a country that is very diverse. Like, you can't walk outside for more than 5 seconds without seeing someone with a different cultural background as your own. But in China, they don't really have that. So a lot of the times you're the first white face or the first black face, first brown face that they've ever seen. So it's more of a curiosity. If they have seen you, it's probably on a TV, and that's the only reality they have of being black or being African American. So it's more of a curiosity. I don't take offense to it. I think I'm just like an overall positive person, and I'm just like, yeah, no, like, let me share about my culture. Let me tell you who I am. Like, I'm not a criminal. I'm not a bad guy. I'm just a human being that loves you, loves the world, you know. So that's kind of just my experience in China. It's honestly been positive. The people are super friendly. Like, times where I'm lost, or I look lost, or having trouble reading the menu, there's been like multitude of Chinese people trying to help me out. Like, where do you need to go? Even if they can't speak English, they're still trying to help me, like, this way, or oh, this good, eat. Like, they've been very helpful. And again, I've never felt any, I've never experienced any racist or prejudice or anything like that in my time spent in China. Anyway, guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Also, what do you think about the hat? I wore it in a previous video. Someone told me to bring it back, so maybe I'm bringing it back. Also, I'm growing my hair out, so I'm in that awkward hair stage, so maybe I'll keep the hats on for a little longer. But anyway, I do really hope you enjoyed my video. If you did, touch the like button, subscribe to my channel, and also leave a comment down below. Have you ever traveled to another country and have experienced any racist behavior or annoying behavior, or did you go somewhere and had a positive experience? Let me know in the comments down below, and we can chat about it. Anyway, thanks again, guys, and I will see you later. Peace.